we made it to the end of the park. It's called Devil's Playground, and it's going to take you about 35 minutes to get here if you don't stop along the way. Now, they do have a couple bathrooms set up over here for you to use as well, and then a couple recycling stations and whatnot. So we're going to go check it out. It's about a 3/10 of a mile trail. It's nothing really long, but this is kind of a very popular area for everybody to come visit. And I gotta make a correction. It's called the Devil's Garden, not the playground. That's a different thing. But it's a 3/10 of a mile trail. Pretty easy going. Nothing strenuous. None of the trails here are really strenuous. The sand dune arch is probably the hardest one. This is because it's got some narrow pathway to it, and then you're going through a bunch of sand, so you're trudging through deep sand. It's nothing strenuous, just a little different. Let's go check out the Devil's Garden. So some helpful tips for arches. One, if you're going to come and you're going to be here before 4 o'clock, you need to buy a timed entry ticket. So you get that online at recreation.gov, then come on in. As soon as you come in, they have the visitor center, so you can get some drinks there, go to the bathroom, get some information about the park. It's very helpful. Then when you come on in, the speed limit is pretty much 30. Then once you get past the when you get past the courthouse columns, it kicks up to 45. It's pretty much 45 the rest of the way, except for a little stretch here and there. But it will take you, it's about 18 miles to get here. So it will take you about 35 minutes to get here. If you do plan on checking out all the arches, the panorama view, the mountain range view, the courthouse columns, if you plan on taking all that out, you're probably going to need about 4 or 5 hours here. It's going to take you, so this is 3/10 of a mile, so you figure 6/10 on the way back, or round trip. So you're figuring about 12 minutes for that with this terrain if you're just taking a casual stroll and not even stopping for pictures. And then the courthouse steps, the balancing rock, all that will take probably about 5 minutes each. But it's pretty cool. It gets very windy here, so make sure you're drinking plenty of water because you'll get dehydrated through the wind. Make sure you bring some sunscreen too. So you're going to need to bring a hat too. You got your sunscreen. Now you got to be careful. Make sure you stay on the trails, because today I saw, not here, but here in Moab, I saw about 4-foot snake. It actually climbed through my wheel well and was going up into the Bronco I was driving. And then we started the Bronco and it promptly came through the holes inside the wheel and then slithered away. So they aren't afraid to come get close to you. So don't go looking for them. little bit further than the 3/10 of a mile. You go almost a mile, and you're going to be coming up to the big arch. And if I remember correctly, you're able to walk up that arch, and it goes all the way through and gives you a great view. So I'm hoping that I remember this correctly. It's been about 5 or 6 years since I've been out here, but it's a hike up it. But then you go up there, and the views are fantastic. There were people up there last time we were here with telescopes because they were going to come out here and stargaze, and they're setting up early because we got out here probably about 5 o'clock by the time we made it out here, because we started at the beginning and stopped at every stop. That's what I'm saying. You're going to need 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours, depending on how involved you want to be and how much stuff you want to see. But I tell you what, I've lived in Alaska, I've lived in Colorado, I've been to Hawaii, I've been all but 4 states, and Utah. It's the most beautiful state I've been in. When you come out here, it's important that you follow the principles of leave no trace and stay on the trail. If you bring it in, bring it out with you. Don't go off the trail, not only because it's dangerous, there's snakes and other animals out there, but because there's a thing out here, it's called crypto. And no, it's not the cryptocurrency, but it's what holds the desert sand together, and it's got lichen and moss and fungus and there's all kinds of stuff in there. But it takes between 50 years and 150 years for it to grow back. So when you damage it, you and your kids won't be around to see it. Maybe your grandkids. So just stay on the trails. It'll be a good deal. So my memory failed me. It's not the arch I was thinking of. We are at the landscape arch, which is right there. Cool, but not like the impressive one I remember. So the next one's going to be the partition arch, Navajo arch, and then there's a double O arch, but the double O arch is another 1.1 miles that way, so 2.2 miles working back. So the primitive trail to the double O arch is 2.1 miles one way. So I think I'm going to go down the non-primitive way. So after doing some risk assessment real quick, it is almost 7:30. By the time I do 2 miles, that's going to be 40 minutes. So it's going to put it at 8. The sun's going to be setting in about 15 minutes. So I've decided not to walk in the dark another mile. Plus, that now I got to walk another 0.8 of a mile that way. So it would have been almost 3 miles to walk back. Definitely would have been dark. Probably would be about 8:45, 9 o'clock by the time I got back. So sorry to disappoint. But now you know, so when you come, you don't want to get to the park at like 6:15 in the evening. But this is the only time I could get out here and get you guys some information on the park. So let's walk back. don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, please. It will really help out the channel, and it gives you great access to all the great destinations I've been to and will be going to. Thanks.